Today we're going to build an app that highlights some of the unique features of UIKit. Let's start by creating a new single view application. We're going to add a folder of image and sound resources that we've already prepared to the project. Click to open up the storyboard, then let's drag over one of our images from the media library. Go back and look at the object library and drag a tap gesture recognizer on top of the UI image view. We connect it and we're going to create an action named Add Star of type UI tap gesture recognizer. When our background photo is tapped, the method addStar will be called. When this happens, we want to create a new UI image view and place it directly at the point where the image received the tap. We'll get the location from the tap gesture recognizer sender that was passed to our method. We'll set the center property of the UI image view to the location. Then we'll add the new subview image to the background. Let's build our project. We see when we tap on the screen, a new image is being added where our tap was recognized. One thing we notice is that the stars are too big. We can change the scale of the stars to make them appear smaller. Later, when we increase the size of the stars by pinching, the resolution of the images will still be sharp. Let's add a series of gesture recognizers to each new star image. We want the stars to be able to receive taps, to be able to be moved around the screen, and to shrink and grow when we pinch and expand them. We create a new method, add gesture recognizers to star, that will take care of assigning all of these gesture recognizers to one object. We still need to implement the individual methods to handle the gestures once they are recognized. For instance, we create one called rotate piece and another called scale piece. Continuous gesture recognizers like scale and pan require a delegate method to be set. Anytime you access a UI view's layer properties, you need to always import Quartz Core. Now, when we tap on the screen, we get a new star. Each star can now be rotated, scaled, or moved around the screen. Next, we'll add sound effects to our app. We'll have to add the new Audio Toolbox framework to our project, and make sure to import it. We'll create a new method called sound effects that will load up our sound file and play it. We'll create another method that will destroy the sound object after it's played. We'll call our method sound effects each time a new star is added. Next, we're going to add background music using a different framework called AV Foundation. we'll create a new property in our view controller called background music of type AV audio player. We'll create a new method called play background music. In this method, we'll load our background music file and play it. Next in our app, we're going to detect a shake event using UI motion events. Using this, we can detect when the motion began, motion ended, and motion was canceled. When our device has detected that shaking is over and calls the motion ended with event method, we're going to go through and remove all of our star objects that we've added to our background scene. In order to identify all of the subviews of our background image view, we're going to assign a tag 100 to the image view. Then we can ask for all the subviews and go through and delete each one of them. Next, we're going to add an info button onto our screen that will allow us to present a UI action sheet that will present instructions on how to use the app. We'll connect our button to an action called Show Instructions that will present the UI action sheet. In the action sheet, we'll use the title string to present a series of instructions on how to interact with the app. Next, we're going to add a different button that will allow us to present a photo picker to change the image that is shown when we tapped on the screen. We'll create a new action that we'll call the method photo button when someone taps on the button. We'll need to use the UI image picker controller delegate in order to let us know which image from our photo library we selected. In our photo button method, we'll put the logic in to show the UI image picker controller. We'll also add the delegate callback method so we know which image has been selected in the library. We'll create a new property in our view controller called current image. This will be set by the UI picker control. Then, in our add star method, we'll have to decide whether or not to use the default star image or the image stored in current image. Finally, we'll use a UI view animation block to animate something onto the screen. We'll create a new method called animateCat that we'll call in viewDidAppear. AnimateCat will just be a UI image view with its frame set off screen. Then the animation will bring the image into the center of the screen. Inside the completion block, we're going to add a separate animation that will change the transform scale property of the UI image view. By nesting the animation blocks, we can create a more complex movement for the cat. In the final completion block, we're going to remove the cat from the super view. By combining gestures, sounds, and animations, we are able to complete a very scary application.